I want to talk about something about how our lives are determined by things that we have no control over. We're made into something. You know, you become a citizen of the country you're in because you were just born in that country. You become a member of a certain religion because your family is a member of that religion. You become a lot of things because somebody else decided to make you that. I was thinking about Jean-Paul Sartre and his play No Exit, and I recommend that play to people. It's a very interesting play. It's about these three people in hell and how they frustrate each other. And at the end of the play, at the end of it, one of the characters says, I've come to the conclusion that we're in hell and there's no instruments of torture, there's no fire and brimstone. But what hell really is hell is other people. And it's an interesting thing because I remember reading an article that Jean-Paul Sartre, an interview that somebody had with him, and he was talking about how people actually misunderstood what he meant by that. And it had to do with the fact that a lot of and you have to read the play. I think it's a good thing to read. It's a pretty good play. Well, if you could ever go somewhere where somebody performs that play, it would be good to see. But one of the things is that who we are seems to be determined by other people. We don't really determine who we are. You can't just decide to be something. You are it because you simply were born into it, or you grew up with it, or whatever, But, in life it's funny how you can make choices, and you can sort of make your own choices. I grew up speaking English, okay? But I learned, as I grew up, I learned to speak other languages. I learned to speak other languages. And I grew up in a family that followed the Jehovah's Witness thing, but I decided to go my own direction. So, I've always been moving against this thing of being, put into a mold or in the truest meaning of the word, a matrix. I've decided to break free from that and to be my own person, to do things my own way, to explore other possibilities. I think that's always the thing with me. And maybe that's one of the reasons why, as I was growing up as a kid, I was so fascinated by the space program because I just like that idea of exploring. The idea of seeing what's out there. Let's see. I'm curious. I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's out there. So I want to explore the world. I want to see what's out there. And it's sort of inspired me to do so many things. I think that's one of the reasons why I like to travel a lot, because I want to see. I just don't want to hear stories about another country. I don't want to hear stories about France. I don't want to hear stories about Spain or Japan or many of the places I've gone to. You hear about England. No, I want to go there and see for myself. I want to see it for myself and to experience it myself. And I try to encourage other people to get out and explore. And I think that's what you have to do to learn. I mean, you can explore even without having to get on an airplane or travel somewhere. But sometimes the exploration can be right there in your own backyard. Just get out there. And I learned a lot of things I go out there and I feed the squirrels in the park. I know some of my neighbors probably don't like that because they hate the squirrels. I love the squirrels. I have a video of the squirrel. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot from animals, from the way they live and from the way they deal with all the issues that they have to deal with. We can learn a lot by exploring, not only exploring nature, but even exploring our own minds and our own possibilities. I do a lot of exploration by learning things and challenging myself to see, I want to see if I can do this. I want to see if I can do that. Let me learn this and let me learn that. So I teach myself different languages, or I teach myself different skills. I learned a lot of stuff about computers And when the first time I got a computer, I didn't even know how to save a file. Now I can do all kind of things with a computer. I'm learning a lot of things about, how to use things on YouTube and how to make videos. And so life is about exploration. I think you need to get out and explore. But that takes being courageous, to go out and explore the unknown. A lot of people avoid the unknown. To me, I think you have to go and explore it. Learn something about the world. Instead of running around judging things, making up your mind how everything is, and then just leaving it at that. No. I open up my mind. I say, I don't know about this group of people. I don't know about this particular thing. So let me explore. Let me see. Let me find out for myself. And instead of depending on what other people tell me. Let me find out for myself, because that's the only way you really know anything, is by finding out for yourself.